Welcome back. This morning, we're continuing spotlighting the case of Jayden Spicer, specifically the public outcry for justice for him. The 10-year-old's body was found Tuesday buried in a heavily wooded area not far from where he went missing. His mother, Felicia Gross, is facing multiple charges, including second-degree manslaughter in connection to her son's death. The prosecuting attorney addressed the public response to this case while assuring justice for Jayden.
I'd like to take a moment to extend my condolences to the people who loved and cared about Jayden. While this is not the outcome that we had hoped for, we certainly are grateful that we were able to bring him out of the woods today. I'm sorry, guys, this is hard. Finally, I'd just like to say that the outpouring of love and support as a result of this has been absolutely remarkable. And it appears that there are people all over the world that love and care for this baby. Because of that, I would like to assure the public that now, thanks to these guys, Jayden is now in good hands.
Let's talk about this some more with Kentucky State Senator Brandon Smith. Brandon, good morning to you. I understand you joined in the search efforts to find this precious little boy. Tell us a little bit about that experience, if you would, please.
Well, I, like so many other people, had been following the story and had a lot of questions. I was curious early on why, like, an Amber Alert hadn't gone out, that more information was not available. And so when they finally asked the public to start searching, that's exactly what I did. And I hopped on a bike that I've got, and that way I could cover a lot of ground and get back in rough area. And so I went straight to ground zero. And this is tough terrain, and you've got a lot of homes that are off the beaten path for a reason. They don't want to be bothered. They don't want you trespassing on their property. And so it's a difficult area to get into, and there's a lot of other issues that you need to be careful about when you're out doing one of these searches.
Sure. Senator, you know, of course, this was not the result that anybody wanted. Would you tell us what the public sentiment has been like throughout this process, throughout all of the days where everybody was still hopeful, and now with this terrible news that we just received?
Well, hope and anger. A lot of the people were very hopeful that he would be found. I felt like that he would be found. I thought the whole time that I was searching that he was probably hiding. I felt like he, from just feedback I was getting, was probably in a very difficult situation at home, and that if he'd gotten away from them, that he was going to hide. And so having been an old Boy Scout leader myself, I felt like I knew some good places to look for him, but that he would maybe respond to me and come when I called his name. And I shared some videos of you know, where I was searching for him, so people would know not to search those areas that had already been there. But also, I wanted the camera on to make sure that that people knew I wasn't trespassing or nothing, or trying to get on their property illegally. And that's another part about it, is making sure when you're searching that you give people notice and let them know that you're there.
Mm-hmm. Smart, Senator. Curious if you know anything as to why law enforcement charged manslaughter rather than another homicide charge that may have been available or more appropriate under the circumstances. Do you know, Senator?
I don't, and I mean, just like most people thinking about it, I assume that it's because she cooperated and did take them to his body, which I'm thankful for. This is something that she could have taken to her grave. We may have never found this baby. And it could be that there are other people involved, and maybe she, you know, they're wanting to give her some room in order to, you know, work with them if there were other people involved. But I'm not really sure. I know people are they're upset by it, they're outraged by it, and for good reason. But right now, we just have to trust the process and let these professional men and women do their job.
Yes, it seems they're quite committed to justice for little Jayden, based on what we saw, you know, in just the preliminary remarks with that press conference yesterday. Senator Brandon Smith, state senator in Kentucky, where this awful tragedy occurred. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, giving us the information you were able to, and every good wish as things move forward in Kentucky for everyone there as they continue healing from this awful death.
Thank you all for covering it.
Certainly. We'll hit a break. When we come back,